Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in to your Written in the Stars February 2017 Horoscope. I'm so excited to see you. If we haven't met before, my name is Madeline, and if you're back, I really appreciate it and thank you so much. As usual, I'll be doing two different readings for you during this video. Your Horoscope, which is a really overarching look at the whole story for the month, and then a really laser-focused spread to give you some action steps to take and a theme to sort of focus on to make the most of your month. Of course, it's going to be Valentine's Day, and February is for lovers. And Venus, the planet of love and beauty, has just entered Aries, so I'm expecting things to really heat up, and we may see some of that in your reading. But you can also tune into your first ever Written in the Stars video horoscope to see where she's lighting up your chart specifically. So thank you again for tuning in. I hope you will let me know what you think of these horoscopes. I would love, love, love to hear from you, and I hope that it provides you some great insight and empowerment for the month. Without further ado, on to your reading. Hey Sagittarius, thank you so much again for tuning in for your February 2017 Horoscope. Whoa! Spirit is totally ready to talk to you about what's going on for you in February 2017. Okay, so I have gotten a couple questions and comments about the fact that I turn cards that come in reversed or upside down, right side up. I'm an intuitive reader, Sagittarius, so I do not read cards based on whether they come in upside down or not. I read them based on what Spirit impresses upon me during the reading, whether that's visual or in things that they say. So I turn them right side up so you can see what you're looking at and really get impressions from your own intuition as well. Sagittarius, February 2017, Sagittarius, wow, okay, wow, Sagittarius, February 2017, make sure you can see everybody here, Sagittarius, February 2017. You can see that pretty well. Okay. Okay, Sagittarius. So you're really, a lot of you are looking at where you are right now in your life and looking at what your hard work has basically led up to and culminated in. And I have to say, many of you are kind of feeling like, okay, is that it? Like, is this the end-all be-all that everybody was talking about? I'm not really feeling all that passionate. Excuse me. And these are general readings, Sagittarius, but I'm feeling like lots and lots of you are going to be piloting off elsewhere. You feel like pioneering something else. You want to start this passion project, and you're feeling like now is the moment, now is the time, I have to go for it. And honestly, Sagittarius, I have to say, go with it. You're right. I'm seeing green lights here. I'm seeing make strong decisions. I'm seeing you rising to the top of something and achieving new security as in actual response to you going after your vision. And that is something that is very true in life, Sagittarius. It's like when you have the daring to go for what you know is going to really fulfill you and bring you closer to what you imagine and what you envision, you will be rewarded for that. And it would be nice if that was always tangibly speaking, if all of us could make our art and receive our due for it. And that's not always the case. But this Ten of Pentacles says, Sagittarius, that there is new security and peace of mind in store for you this month. And to be followed by the world and by justice. I mean, the world is one of the best cards that you can get in the deck. It's like achievement, understanding, getting this bird's eye view of your life and being like, wow, look how far I've come. It's like the best version of this card over here, the Seven of Pentacles. Look at what I've done and look at what I've learned. This is like, wow, this is ascension, Sagittarius. That is like graduation. So some of you, it's like you achieve a certain status in February that you aspire to, or at the very least, because again these are general readings, you can see where it would be possible It's like you take the GRE and you pass it, and it's like, okay, now I could join that master's program or that PhD program that I've been wanting to join. You can see that it's possible for you. You can see that your good decisions. My kitty is trying to come visit you. Oh my goodness. Hi Thurman. Hi Sagittarius. This is my fat, clumsy Thurman cat. Come on, Thurman, buddy. Come here. You can come sit in my lap, but not on the cards. Aw, you're disrupting everything, buddy. I love you. I love you, buddy. And then he clumsily glumps off of the table. So, thank you for enjoying this brief intermission, Sagittarius. Okay. So to see justice coming after it, as I was saying, is like, you're getting good karma. You're getting good results for good decisions. And again, I'm feeling like for a lot of you, it's a brave decision. Like I'm moving somewhere, or I'm taking on this more volatile work because it's more in line with what I'm passionate about or my ideals. And for some of you, this is social justice. Like that justice card is all about social justice and wanting to do what you can from your little part of the world to make things better, and kind of cutting through the shit. And to see the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords, there is somebody by your side or close by, Sagittarius, that is like right there with you, that is like on your level, that is just as like excited as you are to dive into things and to cut through crap and like blaze a trail as you are. So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if in your fiercely focused spread we see some indication of partnership, because that's what I'm feeling, even though I'm not seeing a partnership card here. In either case, there is somebody who can provide you a sense of inspiration and excitement. And I'm feeling like decisive action, it leads to separation in February. But for whatever reason, I don't feel worried about that, Sagittarius. I don't feel trepidatious. I don't feel like the separation that you go through is something so heartbreaking as the Three of Swords usually is. And I don't sugarcoat things. I would definitely tell you if I felt like that was going to be like this heartbreaking loss. But I actually feel like it's more of a disenchantment. Like you feel disenchanted with where you have been or the people that you're currently working for or working with. And you just feel more affirmation and validation that you need to get out and that you need to go. And if anything, I feel like this disenchantment that you may experience, and it could come in the form of like an experience or a confrontation where things hit a flashpoint and it's dramatic, or it could just be like a general malaise like that, and it just kind of hits you that like, man, I've been feeling like this for a while. Like I've been calling this a rough patch, whether that's at work or in a relationship, but really the truth is it's been like, what is a 3-year rough patch anyway? You know, like some of you are going to be getting very real with yourselves as a result and really getting a sense of your inner power, really getting a sense of your inner strength. This is about facing things like fear and anger and depression with love and compassion, and in working with your, what Carl Jung would call your shadow, the aspects of yourself that you don't want to look at, in working with them and acknowledging them rather than trying to hide them, you really disempower them and reintegrate the energy that used to be running over to them to yourself. So be willing to look at the ways in which you're not enjoying your life and the things that you do need to make hard decisions about, Sagittarius, because even though that involves like a little bit of pain in looking at this stuff instead of just kind of bypassing it and trying to blaze forward on your trail, which is also very admirable, but Spirit is saying that you're going to do better if you look at where you have been and what hasn't been working, and then you will make better decisions about what is going to work for you. Okay, so now let's get even more laser focused by looking at your fiercely focused spread, where we get a theme for your month and then some action steps for you to follow to really make the most of February 2017. Sagittarius, February, wow, 2017. The Hierophant. You're doing some teaching and learning in February 2017, Sagittarius. So I want to look at the rest of your cards, but Spirit was definitely talking, remember, about a level up. And specifically, some of you getting like, I passed the GRE and now I'm going to enter a master's or PhD program in a little while, or some kind of program where you're going to be getting institutional authority. Because the Hierophant is about teachers and clerics and people who have secret information, or at least privileged information, wow, that not everybody has. And in this modern age, that could even be like a personal trainer, because it's somebody who knows things that you don't know about, like macros and what you should be exercising and lifting and etc. But I'm really feeling for a lot of you, this is in the education field, or and the education field is vast, like any kind of learning and sharing that information about. Okay, you're going to be taking on more of a leadership role. And the first step may be learning, but it's on the way up to teaching. So now, I didn't want to reveal this because I don't know what it is either, but this is what you need to be doing physically, financially, when it comes to the material aspect of your life. Wow. So take stock of, notice, and enjoy, appreciate what you've done for yourself so far. So Spirit gave you that card before of like, has everything I've worked for, is it worth it? Like, has it added up to much? And Spirit wants you to acknowledge what it has led up to, regardless of whether it's perfect and where you want it to be, and even if there's more that you would like to achieve and acquire. Really have gratitude and give gratitude for how far you've gotten. Give that gratitude to yourself, to the universe, to the people that have gotten you here. Really take time to like do the trite thing. Stop and smell the roses and appreciate how far you've come, and truly that will help propel you forward. Like, it will energize you, and it's like, it really is a magical experience to give gratitude, and you can't really be in a feeling of scarcity or fear of moving forward when you're in a space of gratitude. Okay, so now let's look at what's going on with you mentally. How are you thinking? How are you speaking? What are you communicating and experiencing mentally in February 2017, Sagittarius? Okay. So a little bit of self-imposed fear, a little bit of self-imposed stillness, a little bit of needing to break through. Very natural. The really good thing about that card, Sagittarius, is that if you look, you know, on first glance, it looks pretty grim. But if you look a little while longer, you will see that the figure on the card is not tied down. And even the ties that are on her, around her arms, are extremely loose. Like, she could pretty much just shrug her shoulders a little bit and they would fall right off. Then she could lift out that blindfold and walk on. But she's a little scared to do that. Right now, the prospect of moving forward is a lot scarier than the prospect of standing out in the cold, wet fog, wondering what lies ahead. And that is not usually your way, Sagittarius. So for those of you that are feeling held back, Spirit is saying, be yourself. Be your adventurous, brave self that is willing to accept whatever the quote-unquote consequences are, because that's part of the adventure. Like, there are new things to be experienced by you ahead, Sagittarius. Don't stick where you are just out of a sense, like a false sense of security, because it's not really security, it's just predictability. Okay. So now let's look at what is going on with you emotionally. What are you feeling? How are you relating? What's going on in your heart in February 2017, Sagittarius? Oh my gosh, Thurman, buddy. This guy, he's a ginger, so he wants to come in on all the fire sign readings. Okay, Sagittarius, what are you feeling? Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. In February 2017. February 2017. 2017. This is interesting, Sagittarius, because this has been kind of a common theme. Like more than half of the zodiac, I believe, so far has gotten this card. So there is this universal releasing happening in February. There's a lunar eclipse in Leo coming up, so you might want to look at where that eclipse falls in your chart, or check out your Written in the Stars video horoscope. Haha, shameless plug. And see where it's falling in your chart, because not everything that's taken from us is necessarily a bad thing. And I'm feeling when I see this, like, yes, it's disappointing, but it's lightening your load. And it's making room for new and better things for you, Sagittarius. So if something gets taken from you, or if you lose something, or you perceive a loss, like you wanted this job and you didn't get it, don't think of it as a loss. Think of it as one door down a long, long hallway that didn't open for you, but there is a door that is meant for you. And that wasn't the one. And if anything, at least you didn't go in there and waste a lot of time looking around to see what was in there, only to discover that there was nothing for you. Spirit says that there are much better things left, A, still in your life, and B, I want you to notice that, yes, he's looking at these 3 overturned cups, but right here next to him is this flowing stream full of clear, beautiful new water. And when Spirit kicks over your cups, it's because what was in there had grown stale and stagnant and covered in algae and would have been toxic for you to drink. So now they've given you an opportunity to fill up your cups with new waters, Sagittarius. Take it as a compliment of your strength and courage that they think you're ready to find something new and not stay in your comfort zone. Take it as a nod from the universe that you're on the right path. Okay. So finally, let's take a look at what is lighting you up, what is warming your heart or setting you on fire in February 2017. February 2017. A crossroads, an exciting prospect, a passionate vision. Sagittarius, you haven't set a foot on the path yet, but you're pondering it. You're really pondering it. You've already got something good going for you, and there's a theme in your cards about moving forward, even though what you have is going pretty well, and that you feel safe where you are, but there are new levels to be achieved for you. And there is something out there for you. Again, tarot is all about your free will, and you can do anything you choose, but it is a very accurate reflection of where your present and past choices have taken you and how they've culminated. And Spirit is saying that if you want this other life, this passionate project, man, you're kind of being called to it, many of you. Again, these are general readings, Sagittarius, so please don't feel, compelled. But many of you are feeling called to this, and it is worth your while to go after something, even if it's going to take learning, even if it's going to take like a radical restart, is the phrase that Spirit just used. So for some of you, it might be like, well, I got my degree in political science, but now I'm getting it in microbiology. What the hell? Like, this is a complete, like, not a 180, but a complete departure. Like, what the hell? Like, go with it. If it feels right, if it feels like this is what I really I have this pull deep inside, follow the pull, Sagittarius. You are the wanderer, an eternal student of the zodiac. Follow your inner light, your guiding light. It will not steer you wrong. Thank you so much for joining me, Sagittarius. I hope that this is helpful for you, and I would love to hear from you in the comments, whether this rang bells or if you like it, if there's something that you think should be different. And I really appreciate you joining me. I hope that this reading helps you make a fantastic month, and that I see you again in March. Have a wonderful February, Sagittarius. Bye-bye.